You guys are taking a chance that you could get, trolled on social media by being here. You're taking a chance that you could get a $1,000 fine. And you're also taking a chance that you could contract a deadly and seriously contagious disease. So, thank you for not giving a shit about yourselves or others in the name of stand-up comedy, just to be here. Speakeasy. Basically, that just means you can feel free to speak easily about any topic. Just try your best to make it funny. Yeah, don't just come up here and talk about how Black people just need to get over it. Don't do that. Don't just come up here and be like, incest, more like invest in Bitcoin. No, nobody cares what you do with your money. Don't just come up here and be like, I don't care that old people are dying of COVID-19. Now, I actually have some tags for this, so... yeah, you know what, you guys? My parents have been teaching me for a long time not to care about old people, okay? I've been screening my grandmother's phone calls for years, okay? And it's not her fault that she takes 45 minutes to tell you about who's sick, who's dead, who's dying. She passed away in 2018, and I'm kind of glad she didn't have to be around for, all this COVID craziness. But on the other hand, she did die from bowel cancer, so she suffered a lot. Okay, so you guys, you can see what type of show this is going to be tonight. That's cool. Yeah, so I have a new roommate. Is she going to come out and watch the show? Nana. It's good to see you. I have some roommate materials. It's good that you came out. Okay. So, you guys, it's no secret that I go through roommates like, students go through number 2 pencils, okay? I have had a lot in the last few years, and I don't know what it is. Like, I had a 19-year-old living with me for a while. She was, smoking pot and stealing from me constantly. I had a guy living with me. He was Irish. And he also, when he moved in, he set up a tripod at the end of his bed, and I'm like, that's kind of strange. Okay. And then he kept, inviting me in to watch movies. And I was like, no, thank you, though. And then also I had a comedian move in with me, and I was like, oh, yeah, comedian, that'll be great. No problems there, right? But I actually found out that her and I had dated the same guy back when I was still living in Toronto. I know, it's only a matter of time before she pours the arsenic into my ear, while I'm sleeping. So I had to end that. So, Nana, please don't steal from me, hook up with me, or try to kill me. Promise. Okay, you're the best. Is anyone else's mom just keep making up that she has cancer to stay to stay relevant? Yeah, thank you. I fucked that up. But just me? Cool. So she calls me the other day to tell me that she had an abnormal bowel screening. And I was like, oh shit. Yeah, and then she goes on to talk for 25 minutes about it. And then she tells me that she had another screening and it came back normal. And I was like, oh, you could have just never called me. I just wrote that joke tonight. But it's based on true events. Yeah, you guys dating. Yeah, I think Tinder's an interesting app. You meet a lot of interesting folks on there. And it's not all bad, some of it's good. But I think that chivalry really isn't dead. If we start chatting on Snapchat, it's not sexy to take a rip of your bong and then blow it into the camera. Really, I'm just like, With technology these days, we're gonna have smell-o-vision soon. Quit it. And yeah, and also if you finally make it past the Snapchat, and I actually end up inviting you over, don't let the first dump of the day you take be at my home. You came from your house. Why didn't you poop there? Yeah, you were talking about how the pandemic is bringing us together. I think I thought it might be worth mentioning that I went home to Ontario for Christmas last month, and I'm feeling good. So is everyone that I visited in my family. No, but it's interesting because the only person who would let me stay with them indefinitely while I was there was my cousin. And I was just like, incest? More like invest. Bitcoin. All right, yeah, it's a callback from earlier, Jill Tibbs. Yeah, but nothing like a pandemic to show you who your family is. Anyways, it's sad. Yeah, the lockdown has been hard on all of us in a lot of different ways. I just like how, they close the gym because they want to keep you healthy. Okay. That's a silly sentence. And the different names of people that you just can't trust. And Paul is one of them. I knew a physiotherapist, a chiropractor actually, and he called himself Dr. Paul. Oh. Yeah, I know. Anyone who has the word doctor with their first name right after is a piece of shit.
That's all chiropractors.
So, veganism. Yeah, before we bring up your headline here, I just wanted to... before we bring up your high-paid headliner of the night, I'm not vegan, despite the fucking shirt I'm wearing today. Okay. I'm not, I eat meat. So I met this guy a long time ago on Tinder named Cagney. And Cagney, that sounds like a proper gentleman's name, doesn't it? Well, Cagney really liked to send cum shot videos. So, yeah, so put a top hat and a monocle on that sentence. Yeah, so one day I was at our beloved Nellie's, it's now closed, on 17th Ave, and I was eating a roast beef sandwich. And I got a little message from Cagney, so I'm like, wow, I know that I'm about to eat lunch, but let's open it. And so I opened it up, and Cagney never disappoints, right? It was everything. It was, there was so much I had to whoa, get out of the way. It was, no, just kidding. We don't have smell-o-vision yet. But he's like, yeah, why don't you send something back? And I was like, okay. So I lift up my roast beef sandwich, and I take a picture, and I send it off to Cagney. Well, he sends me a message back being like, what the hell is that? And I said, that's my roast beef sandwich, but it looks like a nasty puzzle. And he was like, well, I find that pretty disgusting and actually pretty offensive. I'm vegan. And I haven't told that story on stage in a long time, but it's based on true occurrences. I love comedy so much for that. Isn't it fun, you guys? This is so fun. It's been so fun. Okay, speak easy. So we're gonna bring up your headliner, high-paid headliner. He's wearing gaiters and a vest. All right, you guys, and that concludes the Speakeasy number 8 months strong.
Yeah!
Yes! The longest running comedy show of the COVID-19 pandemic. Oh my God. All right, not gloating, but gloating. We're going to take a short commercial. We're going
You'll get sponsorship.
to take a short commercial break. I just ripped my pants. And then we're going to come back and we're going to go live for something you've never seen before. I'm going to sing you guys a song. Okay, stay tuned, but I'm going to stop the recording and go, okay, all right, we're going to have pie now. We're going to have pie. Well, no, you're talking about women having sex in space, and I was just like, I was just picturing like the...
Zero G scissor.
You guys know what I'm getting at, I think. I'm sorry. No, I'm sorry. This is... she's like, I'm moving out tomorrow. And then the other thing you were talking about was Jared. I think it's funny, man. The name Jared, it's like the name Jaren. It's like the name Alan, the name Frank. None of these guys can be trusted. And I think you can all get on board. You've met Alan. You're like, fucking Alan. And Jaren, he never wants to meet up. He's always flaking out. Yeah, even though you brought him popsicles. Anyways.